if it don't, even if it's not like that. That's why I don't believe. That's my take. I don't believe a woman should be friends with a man. That's just my thing.
But you know how I am though. It's just like I can be
It's not
friends with
about.
females, but it's just like I'm just
It's not
saying through
about.
my experience, I've met different people, and these
Yeah.
people aren't
But you
looking
met.
for relationships. And even
But you met him when you were single. That's the difference. See, that's the problem that I think I do.
I met him when I was single, but at the same time, he was working on his marriage. He already told me where he was at.
Things change though. Things change. When I meet females when I'm single, I'm a different version of me. I'm a different version right now. When I get in a relationship, it's a different version of me. You see what I'm saying? I can't be like how I can be when I'm single. You see what I'm saying? Even though it ain't like that with my female friends if I have one, right? It's just the fact that it's different. You're a different version of yourself. Then when you, because it's a respect factor. It's a, I consider your feeling factor. There's a lot to go into it when you in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Because you gotta respect people's feelings. Because like some people might not look at it that way when you met this person in that light. Because you're going to be a different version of yourself with that person when you're in a relationship. You might not think that now, but you will because you're with someone. That's why I don't believe that.
Okay, so when we officially get together and stuff, down like if I do, what if I do meet people that want to be friends with me and we still in a relationship and everything? How would you feel about it?
You should tell them respectfully, I don't need any male friends because my husband is my friend. I can go to my husband for everything. My husband is the person that I need to talk to. I need to deal with. Whatever it is, it's all gonna be on us. As together, don't say because we're one. Because when you,
but that'll just give us more to talk about. That'll make our relationship more engaging with other people in our life as well, though.
You never want to bring up anybody into your circle. That's the thing you gotta learn. I don't care who it is, even family. Even family, when you marry,
I feel like as long as trust is there, it shouldn't matter.
It's not about trust though. It's not about none of that. It's about respect. It's not about trust. It's not about.
You can still have the respect and trust there while having different altercations with different people.
The only way I can have color for somebody worship food. Can I get a number two? Number two large combo.
What you getting?
Some Riley's. I'm gonna break down. Can I get an extra large fry? Like a fry liver? Yeah. Yeah, with the meal. It's a combo.
You definitely a fry lover.
Before the drink, have a banana shake.
I ain't had a banana shake in forever.
Okay, let's get an icy then. Yeah, that'd be it. Yeah. All I'm saying is that
I like what you said about the marriage thing because the marriage that do make sense. Like, okay, so once you're married and you know how everything is with each other, you still wouldn't involve other friends or people into the relationship.
You shouldn't want to be like that period in general in a relationship. Just a relationship in general. That's the question.
I just don't want to close off. I just don't want to close off anything. That's the thing. Like, I'm gonna close off my relationship with you because I know I'm in a relationship, and I know as long as you got boundaries and you got standards and you know what it is, then I feel like it shouldn't be a problem. Because I know how I feel about you and I know where we at, so it's just like I won't let anybody interfere with that. But at the same time, I wouldn't let them. I have a boundary. I have a wall up at that point. So it's just like if they need advice or they want to talk or I just want to talk, I would always run that across you of any conversation we have.
I still think you're missing the point. I think the point of what I'm saying is that it's not about me being me. Like you gotta ask a woman. Ask yourself as a woman. What do my man need to be talking to another woman for when he got me and we're in a relationship and we're married or we're together as one? What do he need with another woman? What do he have to go to her for anything for what? That's just his mom or his sister or that's why you have family. I say this all the time. You got brothers. You got cousins. You go to them. Your dad's not here anymore.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not close to my family like that. Even when I try to get close to my family like that, they don't. It's on them, and they're never getting close to me. So it's just like.
But that's when you have to. When you get married, once you go in on. Like this week, most families don't make it because they ain't close to their family. That's when you got
exactly, and that's why a lot of people don't even consider. They think outside the box when it comes to family. They be like, all right, so that's why they got friends as family because their friends be there more than their family do.
That's true. When you're out here in the world, you're on your journey as a single person. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you get into a relationship, things change. It's almost like a job. It's like when you live in your life and you smoking weed, you drinking, you doing the things you're doing, and then you get into a career that don't require you to not be able to do those things. You can't smoke. You can't do those things. What are you gonna do? You're gonna adjust, right? You're gonna sit there and adjust because you want to be a husband. That's different. That's the thing. I'm gonna have married friends. I want a friend that's married. She's married. I'm married. She has a husband. I have a wife. She can be my wife. I can be her husband. We can be all friends. That's how you move. You move correctly. I'm not gonna have a single friend if I'm married. That would make sense. You know what I'm saying? That would make sense for me to even want to do that. Why would I want to have someone single and I'm married? A single woman friend, I'm married. That would make sense. I want to have someone that's married because then we can relate to each other. See what I'm saying? Just like if I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian person and I want to have Christian friends. Why would I want to go somewhere who's not Christians? You know what I'm saying? We're going to have different views, different points. We're going to have different objectives, and it's not going to work long term because it's going to always be some conflict. That's what this is me. It's just me. I'm a firm believer. I've been like this ever since. It's true to this. I don't believe men and women should be friends. It's just that serious. It's that simple. I just don't think it is. Because deep down inside, a man always gonna look at a woman in that way. Even if we don't ever take it there, I'm always gonna look at you as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Even though I might respect your relationship, you're still a woman.
I'm just saying, it's a lot of people that don't. It's a lot of men out there that don't look at women that way because they bisexual or they gay or they in the closet. How would you ever know?
That's different. So I wouldn't mind having a male friend that's gay. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that he don't look at you that way. So that's the difference. Yeah. So if you had a gay male friend, then no, like that's cool. That's 100%. I know that that's never going to be transpiring that way. But if he's not, if he's a straight man, I can't have it because no matter what, you're a woman to him. And he's a man, and things happen. Shit happens out of your control. Things happen that's out of our control. That's we're man and woman. That's just what it is. So that's why I don't believe it. I would never have. If I'm in a relationship, I wouldn't want to have a single female because even though she might respect the relationship and we don't look at each other like that, life happens, man. We're both the opposite sex, and all it takes is one time to slip. All it takes is one time to let that be, and it happens. It doesn't. The thing is, it's how you meet people too. If I'm in a relationship and I met that person and we're in a relationship, then yeah, I'm gonna have to bring around my significant other, right? So you can meet them. And I guarantee, as a woman, you're not going to want that to be. She can be the type of woman where she don't even show that. You know what I'm saying? But you're not going to feel comfortable, especially she's a beautiful woman. Don't let her be beautiful. Don't let her be fine. Don't let her be a very, very attractive woman. And I'm friends with her. It's just that alone, you're going to feel certain way.
Don't know. No, that's you. That's on your part though. If I'm very confident and if I'm very confident of who I am, hold on, because if I'm very confident of who I am and I feel like, I've been working on myself to the point where I don't have that type of insecurity, if she's a beautiful woman or not, that's on you. I'm sitting here like I should be saying, oh yeah, don't let her be fine, this and that. Can you control yourself around being around another beautiful woman?
But you shouldn't want me to be around her. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying if you would you be able to control yourself though?
How would I know that? How would I know that? Because she's a woman.
That don't mean nothing.
No, you're still missing the point. She's a woman. It can happen. If something can happen, then you shouldn't want to be around it. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't want to be around it. If you're in a situation and something can happen, you as a person shouldn't want to be around it. That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't want to be around it. Why would I want to be around something?
Because that's something you can't control. You go out here. We can be out here together. We can be out here together. Just think. We can be out here together. Even if we have a friend, even if we have friends that's in a marriage, and that's another beautiful woman that you're gonna have to control yourself anyway around. Even when we're in a couple type of relationship. I'm married. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So what's the difference?
Because I'm not married. I can make a mistake.
But if you have intentions on being married, you would treat it the same way.
No, you wouldn't. No,
yes, you would.
No,
because you wouldn't want to jeopardize that marriage.
No, I'm talking about when you marry, there's a whole other lane. That's what I'm saying. When I'm married, there's a whole other lane and a whole other stratosphere you're in. When I'm single, even though I'm in a relationship, if I make a mistake, this is a mistake. But when I'm married, I make a mistake. I made a mistake in my vows to God, to you. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? You can't compare apples.
I'm just saying, if you're a godly person, you would treat it the same way. There's no difference. There's no difference because you're already making a vow to God before you get married. So then when you get married, it just makes it official to the world, but you already had that intention to begin with. That's what marriage is. It's making it official to the world.
I made vows to God.
You should have made those vows before anything, anyway.
No. You can get married in a fucking room, which is you and you'll be you and the preacher and your wife. That's it. See what I'm saying? It ain't got nothing to do with nobody. I'm making vows to God. That's when you make vows. You make vows to your wife, to your partner, to God. It says that. So I'm saying that it has nothing to do with the world. I'm saying that at the end of the day, when you're married, it's a whole other lane. It's a whole other situation where if I'm in a relationship, you can walk away. In a relationship, this is what you are saying. You're missing the point. If we're in a relationship and we break up, you can walk away and never have to see me again. If we're married, you can't do that. You can't just walk away when we're married. You see what I'm saying? It's a big difference. It's a huge difference. So that's why I say when you're married, there's a whole other lane that comes with that you're in. You're not in the world anymore, just walking around. You gotta always think. You always gotta think when you do something, it affects your partner. If you do something right now in your relationship, that affects you, not me. See what I'm saying? But when you marry, it affects me. You get what I'm saying? You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when you're out here, you have to move a certain way because it just don't affect you. It affects your partner, and that's why you should want to be friends with somebody. And when you're single and whatever, yes, 100%, there's nothing wrong with that. Because when you're single, it's a different mindset. But when you're in a relationship with someone and you're married to someone, that person, that's the reason why you get married. That's the reason why you get married. You want to know the difference reason why you get married and you be in a relationship and shit like that. You want to know the real reason why? It's because I don't have to be out here no more and be with this person, talk to this person about this, or I have to be around this person, talk about that. I had it all here. That's why you make a choice to be in a relationship because I'm saying I don't need to go here for this, for that, for this, for that. I had it. If I still have to go for here, for this, for that, then that means my partner is incomplete. So why be with that person if I still have to go out here and still seek that? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would never, if I got official and I'm in a relationship with you or anybody, I'm no longer going to have nobody else. I'm cutting it all off. I'm cutting it completely off. We could be cool as fuck. Now, if I knew you and for a long time and I grew up with you, like that, that's a different thing too. But I still cut it off. What it is, like we can communicate as far as like maybe on social media and stuff like that. But personally, I'm cutting everything off. See what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my focus is not my relationship. My focus is the person. Because you wanna know why? You gotta grow with this person. I gotta get to know you. I gotta grow with you. I gotta live with you. I gotta do things with you. We gotta get to that point up when we get married. And then when we get married, now we really gotta make take it to the next level. And I don't have no time for nobody else for that. If I got time for a female friend, that let me know that I'm lacking here in my relationship with my partner. That's what I'm saying. It's a big difference when you get with somebody. Right now, you look at it as you're still not with someone, and you're not married to someone. But when you married to someone, with someone, you'll see how much more time that you don't have. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your time is different now when you're married. Unless y'all doing shit together, y'all got friends together, it's going to be hard for you to have to balance it. So, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Like I say, everybody got their own opinion. But my opinion is, I don't believe that women should be friends with me. Me and my mom always talk about this all the time. She always say, she disagrees with me all the time. She's like, man, women can be friends. I don't agree with her. I don't see the reason why I need to have a female friend. And look, think about it. I'm a male saying that. Most males want female friends. Most males want a female friend. You know what I'm saying? Most dudes want to have a relationship and have his female friends too.
Want his cake and eat it too? I said, want his cake and eat it too?
It's not about having cake and eat it too. This is the fact that most men want this relationship, but they still want attention for females. Even not in that way.
That is one. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's a whole nother different. It's a different interpretation, but the same type of meaning. You know, you don't have to be friends with that person. I mean, you don't have to. You know, you're not cheating both ways. That's having your cake and eat it too. But then, you know, you got somebody here that can do what that friend is doing, but you also want that friend to do what your wife or your relationship is doing as well.
Right. It's just asking the question. Ask the question. Like every time I have a conversation with females, my mom, anybody, and I ask the question. It's a simple question. Life is so simple. It's not complicated. What do my man need with a woman friend? What does he need? What does he want? What do he need for?
Because sometimes people need clarity about their relationships and they need somebody to talk to about that.
But that's why you have a mother.
But then you can always that's what I'm saying. You keep reverting back to family, but a lot like my situation, I can't get that type of time with my mom. I don't get that type of time with my brothers and sisters. So that's why I do have this friend over here.
You want to know what I'm saying? About that? Then you as the individual got to go repair that to your family. I got to go repair that to my sisters.
I'm not repairing nothing. They don't feel like it's broken. They don't feel the same way as I feel. So that's just something on their end.
You're going to be alone then, because then you're not going to have nobody. So what's better? Me to go repair me and my family, or me be alone and just be with my wife? Because I'm not going to have no female friends. There's no reason for me to have it. So therefore, this is the lane. This is the option. The option is option A, option B. There ain't no option C. I got to figure it out. That's the thing about being adults and being in relationships and being married and being committed is that you only got this option. When you're single, you have options. When you're married and you're in a relationship, this is the options where you only have.
I love how you say it, because there ain't gonna be no female friends. It's either option A, option B, because there ain't no option C. Period. Okay, but I like that part. He said that because he's very demanding. Obviously, he's very
I want to be over here and have friends too.
He know what he wants in a relationship, so it just shows you how much he actually feels about the situation. So I wouldn't have to worry about him having female friends than if he feel this way about me having no friends. It's just one less thing to worry about.
You can have friends on social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, friends on social
media all day. You got male friends all you want, social media all day. But personal, you should never want that. You're inviting something into your household that you probably shouldn't want to do. So that's why I ask everyone. You have to think about that. So if you want that, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if that's what you want, you're a grown woman. But then you got to be
one thing is that obviously you have to have closures with all of those friends that you had, so that when they try to come back and talk to you or be friends with you, there's none of them wanting to come back, have that closure. But at the same time, when you're a person like me, you want to be like a bird out of a cage or a butterfly that loves its wings or appreciate having their wings. They don't want no clipping. They just want to be that butterfly, They don't want to have no limitations, but at the same time, they know what they want, so it shouldn't be a problem,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. You gotta be real with yourself. It ain't about what you feel and what you think. It's about really being honest with yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Can you sit there and say, your man's handsome. He got stuff going on. And like, I meet a friend at the gym. A female friend at the gym. And she just want to be friends. She just want to be friends. She ain't on that. Whatever she wanted to meet you, you met her. She seemed cool. And your mind, you might know. Back in your mind, though. Because you're a woman.
No, that's the thing about just women that hasn't evolved. I've evolved from that point. I may feel it's like it's not only you're a woman, but it's more so of you're human. I know I'm human, but at the same time, that's what I'm saying. When you have God in your relationship, God in your marriage, and you've been working on yourself to a point where this isn't going to bother me, it's more so of it's not about whether it's going to bother me. It's more so of how much is it going to bother you, because that just shows me about you. Maybe something we need to work on, or you need to work on before you can be, you have so that you can have that discipline. It shows me a lot about you. Like, okay, so maybe that woman is making you feel some type of way, and that reveals to me like if you're actually ready to be in a relationship with me with this type of temptation around you.
Everything sounds good until we actually get it. Everything sounds good until when we're in a relationship and I'm going to her for advice and you telling me something, I'm taking her advice. That's what I'm saying. Like, you're not looking at it from the perspective of what the reality of it. When you telling me something and you my wife or you my partner, and then I go over here because I want to get perspective from her, and then you told me something, and I go over here and I took her perspective too because I want to get her perspective, but I'm following her. You ain't gonna feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't look at it in a reality form. We just look at, oh well, I know I won't do this.
I mean, I will feel some type of way, but at the same time, it's just like, okay, you want to get her perspective. You like her advice. That means you like her advice. I can't control how you feel or how you. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. It shouldn't change the relationship because you just like what somebody else is saying. You like their opinion. You don't agree with me at all times. So if you agree with somebody else, why would I feel some type of way about you getting advice that you agree with? No, it has, but that shows me a lot about you though. But that's the thing. That's the thing about relationships. So I understand where you're going because you said it's going to it may have the effect of changing a relationship. Yes, because you know we gotta have that's where boundaries come in. So I understand because it can change the marriage, it can change the relationship. But at the same time, that just lets you know that this ain't the relationship you want to actually be in if it have that type of effect.
No. I'll say this: what you say is cool, but then what's the point of me? What's the point of me in a relationship if I gotta go over there and listen to her? So you're not.
I feel like everything has to be like organic. You know, everything should be organic. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen regardless. You can't change that. But that's the thing about the world is like the world built walls up and boundaries up to where, oh, we have to be protected. Or we have to have the security so that nothing on the outside can get to us. But what if something's on the outside is meant to get to us? You know, you can't prevent a lion from attacking a deer. It's going to attack the deer. You just got to allow life to be life. Take your lessons and keep going. You can't prevent anything, but that's how the conditioned mindset is that, oh, we have to protect this. We have to do this. We have to do that. We have to prevent the situation. But let the situation flow and let it go on. If your cub gets attacked or gets taken, you can't control that. That animal's still going to live life, keep hunting for other animals and doing what they got to do because it's life. But that's the thing. Everything that we did, everything that we're doing, all we're doing is creating just like that wall, you know, to prevent everything from happening. But that's our problem. We don't need to prevent nothing. Life is going to happen. The world is going to evolve. The world is going to continue spinning. It's like going out into the world and trying to stop it from spinning. That's what we do as humans, and that is our problem.
That's why they have to go out there and have female friends or male friends. I got to be out here doing this or doing that because there's something missing. That's the reality of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I say I don't believe it. Because why make a choice of being with you if I still got to go out here and get advice from my mom? I will go find somebody else in my family before I go out there and find somebody else. It's my obligation. It's my responsibility to do that. The same with you. If I got to go over there, same thing my mom had a terrible relationship growing up. And me, you get married. I got to go out there and fix that relationship with my mom. You should be telling me to go fix that relationship with my mom.
So yeah, that's what we're talking about right now. And I'll talk to y'all later. We're going to continue this conversation, but you know, you're always going to have to deal with someone who, you know, has some type of, oh no, this ain't going to happen if I'm in a relationship with you. And if you really want to be with that person, then you'll listen, I guess. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe, and notify, share, channel for you. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.